Good morning and welcome to Bricolage with Paint Girly. I just had a little bit of a craft lunch. I'm looking for a piece of my um, graphite tracing paper. And of course it's not where I thought it was, so I have to get out another piece. And I was digging for my tub with my little supplies. It has some books fall down on my head. So this is early for me on a Sunday, but we've got a family event and I didn't want to miss. So I'm not sure anyone will be able to join me this morning, but I thought I'd try to draw a blue jay. Now I am not a particular fan of a blue jay. Now I've got my camera really close because I wanted you to see my hand. But let me move that up a little bit. So I have this calendar that I purchased. I put it on rings because I wanted to be able to flip the pages better. And it's by Marjolein Bastin. And she's got beautiful drawings in here. So one of them is of a blue jay, and it's kind of just a portion of his body and his eye. You can see him right here. So it's not a huge drawing. And I really wanted to put them on my pastel mat, but I couldn't find that either. Of course, I'm last minute with everything. What can I tell you? So I put a piece of tracing paper down and I attached that with a piece of washi tape. And I just took a regular pencil and drew my outline. I didn't leave myself enough time. I feel like I could probably have drawn this myself because the shapes are fairly simple, but I didn't allow myself enough time. Good morning, Kathy. I can't believe you're awake. Hi, Becky. Oh, please put you to sleep. Okay, I'll try. So, now what I want to do is that was silly, Lori. I shouldn't have done that. So I need this for my reference. So I'm going to just sit this, if I can, for a minute to the side. And I took a little piece of white. This is, good morning, Murray. This is, yeah, right. I can't even think of what it is. Look, my carbon paper already made scratches on it. This is hot pressed watercolor paper. I wanted to use pastel mat, but I couldn't find it. So here we go. We're just going to use this. This is a really slick surface, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. I have a feeling I might probably. You've been awake all night? Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry to hear that. So I'm going to just put my tracing paper down. I want to trace this as lightly as I can because I really don't want those outside lines. Now, I joined Bonnie Snowden Academy, and I'm learning how to draw with color pencil. She uses pastel mat. You're waiting on your coffee. I think I just knocked some dust in my coffee. Mary understands, huh? Oh my. So I'm going to put my other glasses down for a minute. And I'm going to lightly trace this. Now, Bonnie Snowden. Oh, I didn't do that very dark. This may not go so well. Bonnie Snowden, she probably would put some color pencil or something on the other side. She likes to have a lighter outline, which, I would too. I'm seeing if I can see. And a good idea, I think, is when you trace something is to use a different color pencil, which you can see I'm not. But it makes it easier for you to see where you've already traced. Now I'm going to use my Prismacolor pencils this morning. Bonnie Snowden doesn't really use Prisma, and part of the reason is I think because they're too soft. And she uses Caran d'Ache Luminance, and she uses Pablo's. Hey, Kitty Jen. Good morning. Your connection keeps going in and out. Oh, bummer. And she also uses polychromos. And she uses them because she uses the pastel mat, which has a grainy surface. And that really works for her with blending and stuff. And I've come to really kind of like the pastel mat. But for today, I'm going to use this and see how it goes. I'm going to also use my Prismas because I'm very familiar with those, with the colors. And of course, I didn't pull out all my colors. Now, I was thinking I'd bring my camera down a lot closer so you guys could maybe see it, see what I'm doing better. And of course, my phone. Who the heck? My phone is ding, 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 and oh, it's our chatty group. Okay, I was thinking it was my family already. None of them should be awake. All right, so I put a little bit of gathered twig distress oxide around this through a stencil, just because I'm using a white background to try to help that not to be too glary. So I don't know. Let's start up here. And if you can't see what I'm doing, we can adjust. Now, good morning, Teresa. I'm just going to pull out, like I said, I didn't pull out any of my pencils. I'm going to pull out some blues, and I'm going to look for some grays, and I certainly want my indigo blue. And I just have to tell you, oh, thank you, Mary. I thought it was my sister's already. Black, all right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to have some grays. I don't know how much. Oh, really, Aunt Peck? Oh, I think it's supposed to be nice here today. I hope so. We have a picnic. All right, I want to pull out some of my grays. I'm going to need some white, I think. I don't know how far I'll get. I really haven't tried to do this. Oh, yeah, you said you had gotten your marigolds, so you were working out all mood and neat for the holiday. That's nice. Let's see. So I'm not sure what blues. I know I need a little, maybe a lighter gray. I was in my room here working pretty late yesterday, and then I had birthday presents to wrap, and whew, I was beat. I fell asleep early in my chair. Sorry for the noise of these pencils. I'm looking for some lighter gray. I thought I had quite a variety of my pencils here, so I didn't grab mine. I've got my other ones, so I might have to mix. I might have to mix pencils. Just see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I'll embarrass myself somehow here. So I'm going to get my little picture. Now, I did look up and put on my phone a close-up picture of a blue jay's eyeball. And we'll just see how that goes. I'm going to grab some of my other little pencils here, my polychromos, just in case. We'll see. We'll see how far we go. So good morning, good morning. It might be a little hard for me to keep track of chat because, you know, this isn't really a comfort zone thing for me. So I think I'll start on the eye. Now, the other struggle that I have is that I have readers to see what I'm doing here, but the readers then I can't see my chat screen. So now if this camera is too close, please tell me and I'll pull it up. I have this wonderful adjusting system. I just take the camera and yank it. All right, so let's just try to get some color on here first to get things going. I think I want to start with. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time already seeing where I put my lines. But if you put them in too dark, you have a hard time getting rid of them. And I have my all right, so I've got this part of his head, and I'm going to mostly be using really, really light strokes. Okay, Murray's going to go get her coffee. So I'm just going to start real light as I can go. Start blocking in some of this darker gray color, and I'm just going to color with little tiny circles. And ideally, I don't want to lift up my pencil too much, which I already just did. And as many of us have been following Dee Dee Willingham for many years, you know, it's all about pressure and contrast and building up layers. I guess I could have put my lines a little darker here because it's going to be a dark color anyway. So I'm going to try to remember to look up occasionally and see if there's anything I need to know. We've got the same colors over here. I'm going to start with the gray. This is kind of a lighter spot. Comes around. The thing about not doing a portrait for anybody in particular, if you're doing an animal or a bird, you know, you're just doing a picture of a bird. He doesn't have to be exactly like my reference photo because it's just for me. I'm going to put it in one of my journals. This section here is lighter. Just comes around this way. Got a little bit of this on his beak. And I'm just using really, really light pressure. Ooh, peach turnover. Ooh, that sounds very yummy. Very yummy. And just going to come down here. I'm just basically blocking in some color. And when I did my tracing, I kind of just put the marks to show me where the different sections and different colors of the bird was gonna, you know, come in. And like I said, I didn't really do that great of a job. Like this is the bottom of his beak here. That's all beak, and that kind of comes in this way. The one thing that I have found with doing my lessons in the academy, I could probably show you a couple of those too. It's easy to get lost in the photograph, at least for me. It's very easy. Okay, so this has got to go up this way. This comes in and then this starts coming out here. Gotta pick this up, guys. This is terrible. I think I'm gonna have to put this back on for a minute and see how far off I am already. Oh, that's not too bad. I think I need to get a little more down here, being this is going to be a darker color in here. I think I can manage that. See if that helps at all. I don't think I pressed hard enough. This is better though. So one thing that Bonnie said or says constantly is, once you start looking at a photograph and you start working like this, when you first start, you may not see all different colors that are in the actual piece. But once you start training your eye, you'll be able to pick up different color tones to help you, blend and really get the essence of what you're drawing. Now, some of the folks in our classes do use, see there I have some pencil that I don't think, let me see if I can get it off with this kneadable eraser. Before I knew what I was doing, well, I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but before I really knew anything at all, I bought this kneadable eraser that's blue. I wouldn't recommend it. I would stay with the gray, but I don't know where I put my gray for this morning. So I just grabbed this. I take it some stuff. I think when I gone to my mom's one time and I packed it in some bag and, yeah, well, whatever. I'm going to see if I can get that little bit out. But the blue, they say, now I haven't experienced it. I might experience it right now. They say the blue can leave some blue residue. So to stick with the gray. That took a lot of it off. My hand's probably right in front of you, right? You can't really see what I'm doing. I think it's coming down like this. All right, now his eye is mostly dark. It's kind of like a green portion, but right before the catch light, this area right in here is black. And the one thing that Bonnie does is she uses her indigo blue as a bottom layer and then puts black over top of it, which she said really gives you a nice even coverage. And then gives you a nice creamy. Her name is Bonnie Snowden, and that's Bonny, and it's Snowdon. And she has an art academy online. She is from the UK, and her work is magnificent. Let me show you. These are some, let me pull it. I'm going to close your eyes if you get dizzy. Easy. There are all kinds of tutorials that you can do. Now, I didn't do this with Bonnie. This is my great nephew's face when he was first born. But this is on the past. Oh, I could have used a piece of that. I didn't know that was in there. That's on pastel mat. But I did some projects. Oh, you're welcome. I did some projects with her. So she did an ear. She's an ear tutorial. So there's my ear. And this is drafting film. It's kind of like a vellum, but different. So that's a tutorial of, leopard's eye. Now this is before I got some of the pencils and I wanted to get started. So this is not on pastel mat, and this is with Prismas. And I didn't finish him because I can't remember what pencils I used. But that's Rottweiler maybe. And this is a live stream. She does a live stream usually every week. So this was a live stream. And then another tutorial. So there's so much to learn, and I don't think this is very good, but I don't know if you can tell what that is. To me, you can't. My sisters say, oh, yes. But that's an animal paw, dog paw. And I did this on my own. This is my grandson's eye. So, I just love eyes. Do I have to go on the right? Yeah. So she really helps you. And then I did Bernard. Oh, this was a special workshop she did. So that was cool. And this is my little Bernard, which really kind of looks like Arbella. But Bonnie largely does animals, horses, all kinds of animals. But she's now moving into humans. And she does birds, all kinds of wildlife, That's kind of her shtick. And so I started my first people portrait with her. Oh. I'm at the point where I got her eyes done and her hat. And I don't know if you can see, I'm just starting the hair. So I thought I wanted to try this little part of a blue jay, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't think I have mine. See, that's the one thing that makes me, oh, thanks, Teresa. This is the one thing that makes me crazy when I color in my coloring books, because you can't get rid of those outside lines. They make them like you need them. I get that. But you can't get rid of them. And when we look at things in real life, we don't see a line around things. So this is why I don't want a real dark line around this bird, but I can't see what I'm doing. It's a little better. All right, so now I'm going to go back to working with my indigo blue. And then I'm going to come on top of that. Hey, Marty, good morning. And I'm still using really light pressure. Now the back of his eye is kind of like, gosh, almost what I would call a hazel green kind of a color. And Mari has to remember where she put her bag of pencils. There they are. I didn't pull a color out for that. So I think I'm going to pull out a little bit of green and a little bit of brown. Let's see, so this is here, and this might work. Well, dark umber. Kelp green. Oh, this might be good. This is a, I think, this might be good by itself. This is a artichoke color. You don't always need a real super sharp pencil, but sometimes, especially if the area you're coloring in is real small. Yeah, she does a lot of horses. Well, most of her work is commission work. Our doggy's getting her breakfast. Got a little bit of green up over the catch light. Yeah, and she's kind of out in the countryside. She's from North Yorkshire, and it's really, well, it's kind of sad for me, and not sad, but disappointing for me. I didn't know anything about her. My sister, Nancy, discovered her, but not until I was back from my trip from Europe to Europe. And the first place that my son and I stayed, we stayed right in her town, right in her village. Well, not maybe her village, but we stayed in North Yorkshire on a horse farm. I could have went and visited her studio, but I didn't know she existed. All right, now I'm going to use a little bit of this. So I'm going to come in with a polychromo, and I'm going to use a little bit of this lighter gray around his eye. Can you see it all what I'm doing? I can bring my camera and try to angle it. I'm really not even paying attention that close to Okay, so I'm going to fill in a little bit of the lighter gray here. Now the white areas aren't really super white. There's a lot of gray. So I'm going to just start maybe plotting some of that in. And this over here looks like it's got some gray, but then maybe also like almost like the color tone that's in his eye. Oh, you did, Jen? Oh my goodness. I'm really kind of afraid of horses. My husband always wanted to ride horses on the beach. So when we went on our honeymoon, of course I didn't know any better then. I didn't want to disappoint him. So anyway, let me just tell you, it was not good. It was not good. At one point, I was screaming, "Get me off! Get me off!" It was not good. Not good at all. Now, I really probably should have a lighter gray. This is, yeah, number 3. Let's see if I have that. Yeah, this is a 1. So this is a real light gray. Well, I'm afraid of heights, first of all, so I felt like I was super, super high up in the air. Which, I guess I really wasn't, but boy, it sure felt like it to me. All right, and all this under here. Now there's a little bit of, I'm going to use, the darker gray to kind of bring in some of this definition. Yeah, I think I'm kind of off a little bit. I think that needs to be here. Now this the dark feathers around his face here, of course, are really dark. I just briefly looked up blue jays before I came on. And boy, some of them are really have a lot, they're not all the same. Some of them have really bright feathers. Are you going to church? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to bring this out more here, I think. I've got the same kind of grayish coloring with a little bit of that kind of greeny yellow right up under his eye, around him here. It's kind of just the beak part. I'm trying to put Kathy Calico Key to sleep. Maybe I'm putting the rest of you asleep too. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. I want to get a little more of this gray under here. And you can always be tweaking, you know, like a lot of our other projects that we do. There's always a little more. You just constantly are seeing other things, especially if you're trying to follow a picture. Marty's sleeping. Okay, I'll talk quieter. Put some of this gray in here. I'm liking this artichoke color. I think this is working pretty well. No, you just woke up. Our cat didn't sleep all night. It's not good. Okay, it looks like there's a little of that color in here. I've had mealworms now to try to get my bluebirds back. Last year I had finally was able to attract some bluebirds, but they're not back yet. Okay, I think I want to try to deepen this. I'm going to put another layer of this indigo blue. This eye. And then some more black. Now I'm putting black over top of that darker gray area. Start darkening this up a little bit. Now right around his eye, it's not super dark. Super dark. It's the beak, and that's okay. Well, this is pretty dark over here, so I'm just increasing my pressure just a little bit. Oh, that's so fun. Marty said her son and daughter-in-law and youngest granddaughter are there for the weekend, so she may have to scoot. How fun. How old is your granddaughter, Marty? I'll get to see my grands a little later. I want to do the gray here on the beak. Trying to get that line where that beak comes in. She's 12. She'll be aw. I can't even imagine my granddaughter at 12. She's such a know-it-all now. Okay, he's not looking too bad. Okay, let's deepen this gray a little bit. And I'm going to start maybe putting in some, try to get some, I think I've got this going the wrong way. Should be going this way. Sometimes I rush it and I push and get too much color too quickly. 12 going on 30. Oh gosh. My granddaughter turned 8 on the 21st. She knows absolutely everything. Like I said, this is a kid who, well, her parents are part of the, I don't want to say problem, but when she was 3, my daughter was having a conversation with her and telling her, Dad and I would like you to remember some of the things that we tell you all the time, so we don't have to keep telling you. To which my granddaughter replied, now remember that she's age 3, maybe you could write me a note. And my daughter said, well, yeah, I could do that, but you don't know how to read yet. And my granddaughter said, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right, now I need a really light blue. Put in the top of his head. Now that black has to be a lot deeper yet, too. So let's just see. Let's see the blue here. I don't really want to get into the teal kind of a, I'm looking for more of a light powder blue kind of a. All those pencils and not one light blue. This might work. Let's try this one. All right, I'm going to lay down a layer of the light gray first. All right, now this is a polychromo. They just make it so hard, I think, to read the letters, the numbers, and the words on these pencils. I wish they would remember some of the elderly use these things too. Maybe they could. I don't know why we can't just have black font, black. Let's use black. Okay. Now I think I'm going to take just a little bit deeper. This is kind of a blue violet. Yeah, that might work. That might work. Turnovers in the oven. Sitting here in the kitchen with coffee. Looking like a little bit of rain, huh? He keeps forgetting that I keep telling him when he's in the kitchen, he's very noisy. I'm just going to start layering up some different blues here and see how we make out. I like periwinkle a lot. I can't really tell how he looks on the screen. Yeah, I guess. They probably all have young eyes. I mean, sometimes I have to get out the magnifying glass and twist it and turn. Now, this one's not too bad because the pencil's darker, but those lighter colors, oh my goodness. Now, in this picture, he's got a little bit of darker blue right in that one little spot. Coming up over his eye a little bit. I'm trying to blend it so that it's not, just a big line and lump of color. It's kind of a little darker up in here. And then Bonnie really uses a cold gray one for a lot of blending. I think a lot of folks that draw in color use a white pencil to do that as well, get your layers to blend together. And this is where the pastel mat is really nice because of that rougher surface. You have an easier time blending. I don't know how this looks on the camera, really. Oh, I've had a Keurig for years. Mine is has sounded like it's been on its deathbed for quite some time, but I absolutely love it. I mean, we had a coffee maker for quite a few years, but I was throwing out so much coffee. The Keurig has really worked well for me. I'm going to take that lighter blue again and see if I can blend that out a little bit more. I know, this one's really been sounded bad for a while. I'm the only one that uses it, so for now, it's gonna have to be okay. So now I'm gonna try to push a little bit of this black up into this blue so it doesn't look like a straight line. And I'm gonna deepen this so it's not real dark here in my photo. Not like over here. Over here, it's really dark. It's a little darker up top here. It's got a little line there. Try some of this. Okay, the buzzer went off. Ooh, it probably smells good at Mary's house. I like my coffee really hot, so usually I drink a little bit and then I come back later, reheat, and drink. You know, it usually takes me most of the day to drink 1 cup. Okay, I'm really increased my pressure here. I've got that black in. It's really not like the picture. Well, we've been here in Jersey 10 years. And we brought this Keurig with us. And yeah, I'm pushing the envelope, let's just say. All right, so I think I've kind of lost myself here in my little drawing because I think I've got this part. Well, this here and this. Yeah, see, this should be all a lighter color there. I don't know if I can get any of that out. Hi, Leah. Oh, I definitely want a page turnover. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think maybe what I need is, now that I have it here. Because I know Kathy Arbor will say, just erase it. Ooh. This might make more of a mess. Well, it's not an actual, doesn't have to be an actual portrayer. Now, right underneath this little, like his little chin here, he's got some of the blue starting to come in, like over this gray. You put that turnover together pretty quick, Mary. And I'm going to take, let's see, I think I want this this is a number 3 gray. Bring some of that down in here. Oh, but even still, I think your brother's gonna love it. He's gonna love it. It's all just like little shades of gray in different spots. Not 50 shades, just little different shades of gray. It's not looking too bad. Okay, let's do that now. Around here is, well, this bottom portion here. Let's start working in some blue. That's all we use anymore. I used to make, I think we still have it, have a Cuisinart. Excuse me. And now if I make any kind of crust, I usually put it in my little, it's not really, it's not a bullet, but it's kind of like that, like just a small, gosh, I forget what mine's called. My daughter got it for me. But I don't really cook anymore. I think anymore in the last, oh gosh, well, it's been years. I think it's hard to get in my area anyway, a really decent peach. When I worked at the college and planned different events for our donors for the president of the university, I would theme these different events and would do a nice little giveaway basket for the guests. And the one year I guess the theme was Southern, and I did Southern peaches. Hey, good morning, Peggy. I know I've got a family event, and I didn't want to miss streaming today, so I came on early. I'm going to go ahead and take that blue indigo like Bonnie does for the black to make the black blacker, because my black's really not. Now, of course, I can press harder too, but I'm trying not to do that just quickly. So I'm going to add some of the indigo blue here. But those peaches from Georgia were, wow, they were luscious. Now, where I am in Jersey, like right outside of our development here, we've got a big cranberry bog. And there's blueberries too, but my back won't allow me to pick any of that fresh, you know. And it's probably what he's used to. Oh, peach ice cream. Oh my gosh, my grandma used to make that. Oh, that's just so delicious. Oh, you're going to enjoy that for sure, Becky. Mm-mm-mm. I have to use a different. If I have my polychromo black here, I wonder if that'll give me a better coverage. Let's see. Let's see how that works. My grandson loves strawberry ice cream. Ooh, I'll bet you your kitchen smells delish. Is anybody having a picnic or anything today? Tomorrow? We're celebrating the littles' birthdays. Jack had his in April and Charlotte's was this month. So their mom and dad are doing a combined and then Memorial Day picnic. These kids love to have company over, so they'll be in their glory for sure. All right, I want to take this darker blue. Too wet there for a picnic. Kind of pulling some of this black out. And then this darker blue. Right around where the blue feathers meet the black feathers. It's just a little bit of blue that comes in up here. Maybe a little here. I'm going to take that light gray again. See if I can get this to blend. No picnic, but church, relaxing on the front porch, flower planting, reading, and then working on your next podcast. Well, you've got a busy afternoon. All right, I think I need to deepen and get some more color in here in this area. It's just a little It's just not covered, you know, it's just not covered very well. I can see a little bit of the white. Not sure what color I want to do his beak. I use that polychromo in his eye. Oh, do you, Mary? Oh. All right, I'm going to use my number gray 3. Can you guys see him okay? He's starting to take shape. No picnic, but a barbecue later for yourself after church. Cool, Teresa. I hope you're feeling better. Leah said, my daughter is doing a water slide after church. She's a Greek menu. Ooh, that sounds good. I thought it was funny. I kept asking her whether she was having heroes or heroes. Hi, Brenda. Oh, thanks, Brenda. I said to my sisters, we usually message back and forth in the evening, especially if there's a ball game on. Complain about, you know, the players whom we love desperately, but they don't always do so good. Anyway, um, just random. I just thought of this, so I asked them. I said, if you could eat anything you wanted right this very second, what would it be? And my youngest sister said Taco Bell. And my middle sister said a Greek salad. Well, there was a place in a mall near where we grew up. The restaurant was called Olga's, and it was a Greek restaurant. And we could get a gyro there and a beautiful Greek salad. So then we were salivating at that, and then I just went off into a tangent, and we were talking about all different kinds of stuff we haven't had in years, you know. But that's probably the limit of my Greek food exposure. Usually we take a trip. We have a friend, Joyce, who's like a sister to us, and the 4 of us, the last several years, have been taking a ride down to Wildwood. I think it's Wildwood. On the boardwalk, there's a place there. It's got, oh my gosh, their gyros are so good. Ugh. All right, so this part of his body's really got a little bit of a yellow, kind of a yellow cast to it. Let's see what I can blend in there. Did it close? It's closed, Brenda? Ours closed many, many years ago. Oh my gosh. My son was always and still is difficult to feed. And at Olga's, we could get, you know, our Greek salads and stuff we liked, but they had hot dogs for kids, and they would put a peanut butter and jelly on like a pita kind of a, wasn't really a pita, I don't know what you will call it. And I knew my son wouldn't eat it because of the bread that it was on. He wouldn't eat a hot dog. And I just wanted to enjoy our lunch. Oh, thank you, Leah. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to order them French fries. Let them get the French fries. Now, Brenda probably knows this, but the rest of you may not. At Olga's, when you ordered the French fries, they cut them where they were continuous and they were spiral. So they were curly fries, and they were delicious. And he wasn't old, he was like maybe, I'll say maybe he was 4 or 5. That's my best guess. And I'm going to try to blend this out now with a lighter gray. And so our food comes, and we put the French fries down in front of him. Big plate of curly fries. And my family is, you got it, Brenda, has been struggling with his eating habits, since for years, right? So she puts the plate of fries down in front of him, and he said, "I can't eat these. I can't eat these." And we said, "Why not? They're French fries. You like French fries?" And he said, "They're not straight. They're not straight." My sister looked at me. I thought her eyes were going to roll back into her head. She takes the plate of French fries and she breaks them all in little tiny pieces like this and put it in front of him and said, "There, they're straight." He took one bite of a French fry and threw up on his plate. Oh, really, Queen Bee? No, I'm not offended. And thank you. Good morning. So that's our oldest story with life with my son and his eating disorder. Mama said there'd be days like this, there'd be days like this. My mama said, Mama said, Mama said. He's got a little bit of yellow, I think, right around his right there. Now with the pastel mat, and I wish I could have found my tablet. I have a big tablet of it, and it will show up. It's here somewhere. But you can smooth it out maybe a little bit better. This is kind of looking grainy. Let's see. 13. I switched my 814. Okay. I'm going to try to blend this down a little bit better. I'm putting off working on that beak because I'm not sure what I want to do with the beak. Actually, it looks like he's got a little bit of blue right in there. Isn't that funny? Let's put that in. A little bit of blue right there. I think I'm going to go with the artichoke for the underneath because it's almost like it looks a little green, a little greeny kind of underneath. And the artichoke is like a greenish yellow. Grapefruit bars, huh? Oh, nice, Mary. Yeah, I like grapefruit too. I like to peel my grapefruit and take the membrane off. That's where the bitter part is. So I peel it totally. So you just have the grapefruit. Oh, it's delicious. All right, so then I'm going to take that darker, this is a cool gray 90% that I've been using. I'm going to do that on the bottom here of this beak. Oh, you do, Queen Bee? Mmm, that sounds yummy. We used to like, I don't know what it was. Somebody was selling grapefruits, I think, when I was in school. I don't think it was me. Might have been. You know how schools have fundraisers and they sell the cookie dough in the big tubs and stuff like that? We were selling, I guess it was me. It's either me or one of my sisters. And we were selling ruby, was it ruby reds maybe? Or oh my gosh. And the grapefruits were real pink inside. Oh my gosh, they were really good grapefruits. So a little bit of gray over top here. There's a lighter part right up in there I'm trying to avoid. I'm just kind of using medium pressure right now. So a little bit of black in here. I haven't ever tried a blood orange. Is it like a combo of a couple different citruses, or is it like a taste all of its own? I have no idea about a blood orange. I know they look pretty. Like I've seen um folks working with them on the, like the Food Network. I've never had one. Yeah, I don't like I don't my citrus juices, I don't like the pith. We always get the pulp free. We don't really drink much juice. It's just on an occasion. If the kids are coming and staying over or something, we'll get some juice. Now down in this part, it's almost kind of like a blue gray. It's got a couple of different shades, but I think mostly what I want, I'm going to start with the really light gray. Really? Okay, Queen Bee. I'll have to have a look. I don't always notice, I don't really food shop, tell you the truth. I go into the food store on a rare occasion. My husband does all that stuff. I'm the resident slug. Oh, Brenda likes them too. My husband really likes temple oranges, and we can't really get them anymore here. I like navels. I don't like the seeds. I don't like the seeds. Cara oranges are my favorite. Hey Tina, good morning. I've never yeah, I am up early. Got lots to do today, so I wanted to not miss my stream. I've never heard of Cara oranges. Pomelo and tangerine is what makes the hybrid. Oh, really? Hmm. Hmm. The other day, I couldn't get in touch with my mother, and I'd gotten a message that her life alert needed to be charged. So I was trying to get a hold of her. Peggy knows this because I was so frantic. I sent a message to my sister, I thought, but I hit Peggy. I was on Peggy's. I was on Peggy's name. So it was very kind of her to let me know I'd sent it to the wrong person. My sister was at a graduation um, event party. My nephew was working, my son was working, can't get a hold of my mother, and she'd had a little episode the day before where she had forgotten to eat and her blood pressure dropped and all that jazz. So getting ready to call 911. And both my son and my nephew said she can't hear her phone. She's not going to answer it. I said, "Well, she usually answers me." And the boy said, "Oh, well, we'll be home soon." You know, Jonathan said he was going to be home soon. And they both felt really sure that she was okay. And I had said to Kathy, she's probably sitting in front of her window in their dining room reading because she's been going sitting there. She loves to read, so she's been sitting out in her dining room. She's got a nice big window that looks out into the backyard. Well, sure enough, that's where she was. She was just fine, sitting and reading. Her phone was in her handbag from like the 19th of May when we were at my sister's. She never took it out of her pocketbook. Out of sight, out of mind, you know? Oh, I gotta get back on the keto thing, Leah. I'm having a hard time getting back into it. I don't know. This is really light on this blue jay. Like when I looked up some of the other pictures, weren't quite this light, but this fella's really light. Hmm. Hey, Shaz, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, I was like, you know, Ah. Yeah, when her sugar dropped, she had a little bit of orange juice in there that she gets from her Meals on Wheels, so she was okay, like, in a half an hour. I mean, I called her nurse and all that jazz too, but she was frightened because it's been a long time since she's had that happen, and her memory's not good anymore, so she doesn't even remember having it happen in the past. Yeah, she's good. She's been doing good. Thank you, Shaz. Yeah, but she does things like she's been staying in her little sitting room all the time, and she never wants to come out of there. So she's been coming out of her. We've done some adjustments in her medicine, so I think that's helping a little bit. So she's coming out of her little sitting room, which is great, and she likes to sit in front of the window and read, which is great. Um, but then she feels like taking a little snooze, and she said to my son, because she takes her walker out there and then she locks the wheels. She's very good at remembering to lock the wheels. My hon. Maybe come in and give the pork a stir. Okay, honey. And she just turns her little walker around and sits there and reads. So she's telling my son, I'm going to take a nap right here. He's like, no, you're not. Why not? He said, because you can't nap in your walker. It's not made for that. Well, what's it made for? He said, if you're walking and you need to sit for a minute, Grandma, you can't sleep in there. It's not strong. If you fall asleep, he said you could bang your head on the window or flip over. Oh, I'll be all right. I won't sleep. He's like, Grandma, you can't. So there's a chair that they have that can be, moved to that area where she wants to sit. She doesn't want him to move the chair. I said, just move it. Life with the elderly, life with the elderly. Now, if Bonnie Snowden was coloring this blue jay, she would have a photo, a reference photo of a blue jay where you could actually see the feathers, and she would do the feathers. But I'm just using this calendar photo as a reference photo. So this is really just a fun little exercise. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Barbara. Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning, good morning. Do you do 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 do. I need to blend this up a little bit. It's very difficult to blend this on what's watercolor paper. I think I have Bristol paper up here somewhere, but I didn't take the time to look for that. I'm sure maybe that would have been better. I don't know. I don't know. need to get a little bit of, I don't really know that this is going to show up that well. This needs to be deepened in here. Thank you, Jen. It's hard to get the white to look really white. Barbara, thank you. You're very sweet. You're very sweet. It's still early, so I've got time. And I need this to maybe have a little more definition here, so maybe I'll deepen this part here a little bit. Just put a little more blue in there. My dad never really cared for them. He said they were piggies. They were piggies. Just trying to push that black into the other colors a little bit, just to. He didn't. Yeah, they were always, and they're so big, you know, some of them are so big, they just get in there and they would chase all the other birds, and Dad didn't like that. They are pretty, that's for sure. Okay, now I kind of have a definite line here where this yellow, I think I want to bring a little bit of this up into this white. My husband went crazy buying some hydrangea. They're they're part of the hydrangea family, but they're trees or bushes. You can get them in trees or bushes, and they're in the oh, Pinky Winky. They're called Pinky Winkies. It's Journey. Hi, Journey. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks, Journey. Once his flowers and stuff get growing, I'll have to bloom, and I'll have to take some pictures, take a video or something. If you get a chance to look up a Pinky Winky, it's from the hydrangea family. My gosh, they're just absolutely beautiful. We've got them all over now. It's like my husband's new what would you call it? It's like, for me it's art supplies, for him it's plants. They are beautiful, and they bloom from, like, oh, it is? I sent you some kinda blue something. I'd have to go back and look, now I forget, Mary. Yeah, we have several, and their blooms are huge, and they're more of a cone shape, and they usually start out white, and then as they get older through the season, the color starts to deepen, and then they turn into like a pink or almost like a burgundy color, some of them. I think some of them are different colors. I don't know all what he's bought, but they start blooming in, I think he said July, and they'll bloom right through till October. And then we pick them and, put them in bouquets, and you can dry them. So we have, different varieties. We've got a couple of the trees out front, and then we have a little circle garden out back here, and he's got a bush one there, and then he just got a new one. My daughter was at Lowe's yesterday and saw a beautiful peony sale for a price. Yeah, must have been a good sized one. Yeah, these plants that I'm talking about, they were a couple of bucks for sure, but we'll have them for years. They're perennials. It's not like a one and done thing too. You have to think about that a little bit, if you're going to spend the money. But he doesn't. This is his hobby. He doesn't do anything else, and he really likes that. They are beautiful. What do you see? What do you see? All right, I'm adding a little yellow, and I got to do something with the top of that beak, and then I think he'll be for this drawing. He'll be done. If I could get a little, maybe I'll try this. I need like a little line to make the little ridgy of his eye. The little ridgy of his eye. Oh, that's a good idea, Jen. Good for you for finishing it up. I never finish it. Barbara, it probably wouldn't be there too long. Somebody will buy it. We all have our thing, right? Somebody will buy it. I'm sure somebody will buy it. Okay, I think I need a little bit more of this periwinkle. This part of his, I was going to say nose instead of his beak. We're only about maybe, well, it depends on what shore points. We're only about an hour from some of the Jersey shore points. And there's a town called Point Pleasant. And beautiful homes that sit right on the beach. And if you drive on the road, like they're on the water, I think they're right on the water. And they might be a block in. But we drove through and the hydrangeas down there, and they're not any of the newer things or the old timey, kind of hydrangeas that my grandparents, I think, planted. Oh my gosh, and they're beautiful in all different colors because they take whatever out of the soil, and that's what makes them whatever color they are, pinks and blues and But see, hydrangeas are my favorite. I used to, well, I still do love gladiolas, but you don't see those. It's like a retro thing, right? You don't really see any gladiolas anymore. My daddy used to plant them for me in between his rows in his vegetable garden. They were gorgeous. Yeah, well, I'm with you, Shaz. I don't do well with them, you know. And of course, these are outside. But if it was up to me, plants would not survive. And my daughter gave me, it's been a while now, a beautiful um, African violet, dark purple. It's beautiful. But my husband keeps it alive. I never even think to water it. All right, now I'm just going to try to go over most of this to see if I can blend it out, but you probably can't tell that much, but it's a little grainy. It's a little grainy. Now, our original Pinky Winky really attracts the bees. We were bringing it home. That was quite fun. We thought we shook all the bees off when we put it in the car, but we did not. Do 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 do. I think he looks okay. You could use a little more gray here and there through here, but I don't think I'm going to fuss too much more. I think I might like to find, let's see. No, I don't want that one, I don't think. I'd like to find one of my white, you know, like a white Posca kind of a pen. And really try to get that highlight brighter. Let's see if I... Yeah, I don't want this. I have this souffle jelly thing. I don't really care for that. It puffs up. I mean, it's okay for certain things, but I don't really want it for this. Oh, I don't think I have one in here either. Let's see. Oh, I do. Let's see if I can get this to work. At the point now where I haven't bought any jelly pens for a while. I was flipping through this calendar this morning. Marjolein Bastin. And she's got beautiful images in this calendar, Queen Bee. And I was just flipping through, and he just, for some reason, caught my eye, and I thought, oh, maybe I could do him. All right, Aunt Beck, she's got to start her breakfast. That's a little brighter. Okay, that's not too bad. There's Barbie. Good morning, Barbie. So now where's my stencil. I think I would like to add a little bit more up closer under his little chinny chin. See if I can match. Oh, I think I went this way. Yeah. Hi, Angie. Angie, I bet you're going to have something good to eat today, huh? Sherry, I didn't see Sherry. And she's gone. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Sherry. Hi, bye. Yeah, well, I was awake at 5. I don't know why, but I was exhausted last night, so and I didn't fall asleep super early, but earlier than I normally do, that's for sure. I just can't stand going to sleep. I like to stay up and fiddle and fart around with all kinds of stuff. And that was too dark, I think. So under his little chin. And I want to put it a little darker down here, I think. I'm scooching it around a little bit. Scooching. All right, so I have my porch journal here, and for whatever reason, now my porch journal, and I may not be remembering this correctly, but I remember Murray had made some kind of a journal. I thought she called it her porch journal. And I wanted something like it, so I created my own. And for whatever reason, yeah, I watched Keisha for a while too, and I just couldn't keep my peepers open. I had a couple of aunts and one uncle pass away. And my one aunt, I put her, this is my porch journal. Let me move this camera back up now. So I just took some papers that I liked, and it's a bigger size. And I just, oh, yes, that's it. Thanks, Mary Rosa Sharon. I was going to look it up because I sent it from Amazon. So I just put in different pages than papers that I liked, right? So I think I got this from the market. It's like a big docket page from, somewhere in a courthouse. And then Murray was doing something with clothespins or something. So I wanted to draw some clothespins. Oh, it is, Shaz? That's a cute nickname. And so I haven't done a whole lot in here. Just, crazy little sketches or whatever. But I got this picture of my auntie in here, my Aunt Dolly. And she loved taking walks in a park near her home. And she always loved, she's my dad's sister. She always loved birds. And where's the other? So I was going to put my blue jay next to her in here. But let's see. I think I want to maybe, I'm going to trim it. Let's trim it. And this is just the back of a piece of painty paper. So I wasn't sure how it would be to draw actually on that. So that's why I did it on this. And I can cut off part of him too, I think. I'm just going to trim this. How can you put it on a paper trimmer and not trim it straight? I just don't know how maybe part of the problem is I should be on a flat surface and I'm not. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. See, now I got that crooked. I gotta straighten that out. Looks very crooked to me. Okay. So let's do this. Do that. All right, now I haven't tried this before, but I'm going to try this and see. Now, let's see, I got to switch my glasses again here so I can read chat, see if anything I need to know. I'm going to try to just deepen those edges a little bit. You do, Barbara? Oh, boy. Not me. I mean, I feel like I have it straight, but good grief. Barbie. I mean, I know they need water. I don't know why I don't water them. I just don't think about it. And after a while, I just don't really even see them. I put that right on the little birds. Right on the little birds' tummy. Maybe I can use a little. I'm thinking maybe I should, well, I'm thinking a couple of things, actually. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of this oxide on my glass plate here, and I'm going to take a little brush. Of course, I didn't bring any water out with me. Where's my little... I have a little bottle that I keep some water in. I feel like having a sip of my coffee, but I dumped dust in it earlier. All right, so here it is. Lovely. Lovely to look at you like to know. Wait a minute, I got a bell in there. Let's get the bell out. I know, right, Barbara? Yeah, I'm good at that too. Succulents, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. I think I'm going to try to put a little bit of this under him here to try to see if he'll pop out a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, he doesn't look too bad there. I feel like I need some kind of like a viney thing there, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, now I'm going to get out my envelope storage, one of my envelope storage pocket. Oh no. They all just hit the floor. My string of my little pocket folder got trapped. And oh, what was I looking for? Oh, I know what I was looking for. I'm looking for this one. Oopsies. Oopsies, oopsies. Okay, so let's get to the page where I want to put this. With my auntie. I don't know why oh, that's what I cut off of this. I was going to put it on there. It's probably still, yeah, it's probably still better. Okay, but I want to put something else here. But I want to put something around the back of him too. Maybe I'll go with blue because he's a blue jay. Let's see what I have here. I might use a little bit of that. My husband made pulled pork to take to the picnic today, so we've got that in the crock pot, getting that warmed up. And I can smell it all of a sudden. I can smell it. Okay, I've got tumbled glass. I've got another darker blue too. Let's see, yeah. Blueprint sketch. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see. Okay, this is one of my Temu purchases. Bye, Leah. And it's nice because they're different colored handles. So I'm going to try to keep them in the color family that the handle is. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm going to try. All right, so I'm just going to start popping a little bit of color in here. Yeah, I didn't want to either. I gave in. I don't think I'll purchase too much more, if at all. But my husband bought shoes. I'm like, really? He wears like a 16 or 17. Which, you know, they're like a house payment to buy a pair of shoes. These were, of course, cheaper. But I should have moved this up so I don't, well, I can do color around the edge too, I think. Oh, the double bloom Roses Sharon are beautiful. When we bought our house here, there's 3 Roses Sharons out behind us. And I think they may be the double bloom. I don't remember right now. I don't know. Can you guys see that? It's really kind of light. But it's okay. And I want to use the light blue on my brush before I introduce some of that darker blue. So I'm just going to go around. Just going to go around. Oh, really, Chaz? Yeah. I have my own reasons for not wanting to go there. And I caved. I ran over on another page. It's not a big deal, but I wish I hadn't done that. Oh, I got a little bird out there singing. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I thought my bluebirds would remember to come back here. They enjoyed our buffet so well last year. All right, now I want to see if I can add a little bit of this darker blue. And I might just do it around the edge. Oh, wow. This is more of the blue jay color, I think. I love this little stencil. I have no idea. I mean, I got it on Amazon, but I have no idea what it's called, or it came in a pack with some other stuff. Not stuff, other stencils. But I got it mostly for this. I think, I don't know if Lisa, My Eclectic Life, had it. I don't know, I saw it somewhere. All right, now I want to put some darker around the edge here. This. Probably would be easier if I used my Timmy crayons. And I think I'm going to use my score tape to tape it down. Now, that's good enough. I think I want to put some kind of leaf or something on there. So I'm just trying to think what I have. in a stamp or something that I can get to fairly quickly. Because I don't think I have a sticker or anything. Oh, does it, Leah? I thought you left, Leah. If you came back, welcome back. Maybe it is. See, they're not marked. Like Tim's are marked, but this one's not marked. I wonder if it's a knockoff, if somebody copied one of hers. Okay, so I should put some of this blue along there, but I don't know that I can get it in the crack. I guess I could. Curling hair while watching. She's multitasking. That might look a little better. Oh, let's see. Stamp, stamp, stamp. I don't think I have anything right here. I might have to let that go until I run across the stamp that I'm thinking of. Oh, you know what I could do? Ooh, 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 ooh. I feel like Horseshack. Ooh, ooh, Mr. Gotta, Mr. Gotta. Let's do script. Do, 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 do. And I'm going to use my midnight blue. Rudy doo doo. Oh, maybe it was Leah, because I think it did come with 3. I'll bet you're right. I'll bet you. All right, I'm going to stamp the blue jay. I don't really want to use this here, but I don't know where my little piece is. My little torn piece. I keep telling my stuff, look, stencils, stamps, all you guys, when you're here at night and mommy's out sleeping, you can get out of your spot and play. Just when you're done playing, go back to your drawer. They don't listen. Nobody listens to the mama. All right, let's do a little test. Oh, that turned out pretty good. All right, now, here's the thing. I don't know if I mind that some of the print, this will get on him. But I don't want it on his eye and his face. So what I'm going to do is grab a Post-it note. Kind of protect him a tad. That should be okay. Should be all right. Now, okay, I'm going to go for it. How bad can it be? maybe a bit too much. I should have stamped off and taken the second. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, kids? You know what I mean? Usually, sometimes I forget, but when I finish streaming, I usually like to say, take time to be creative, because that's what I call my Etsy shop, time to be creative. Thank you, Brenda. And then I say, enjoy the journey. Well, this little stamp is the Timmy stamp, enjoy the journey. So I'm going to put that. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put it here. And here. Not too shabby. Whoops, not too shabby. Okay, so Barbie's lollygagged around too long. She needs to go get her coffee. You too, Barbie. Have a great day. Okay, so now in my little tin here, let's see if I've got a nice little pen that I can, because I always forget to sign my stuff or put a date on it. Just going to put the date, I think. I'll make sure I get the date right. 28th, 5, 28, 23. Okay, now I'm going to grab my tape, which is right up there. Whoa, sorry, I hit my light when I stood up. Goodness me, I made a mess. I made a mess. Okay. I'm going to add my tape. I better go this way. Where that white on white really is hard to see. Yes, it is. All right. Sweet lady. I came in late. How did you do with the blue jay? Draw it, sticker. I drew it and colored it. I drew it and used colored pencils. And it's nice to meet you, sweet lady. Thanks for coming in. I'm saying hi. I don't think I've met you before. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm going to flip it over in a minute, and I'm going to put it in my porch journal next to my auntie, who loved walking in their park and loved birds. Now I'm going to just pop him right. I think I'm going to put him up a little bit, and then this will leave me, I can do a little, maybe something else down there. So I burnished down my score tape. Well, thank you for saying hello. I appreciate that very much. I know sometimes it's hard to do that, but thank you. And thanks for lurking. All right, what did I do with mine? I'm just going to burnish that down a little bit, and I think this is going to be it for me. Thanks for joining me this morning. I came on early because I've got some things I need to do before we head over to our daughters. It's about an hour and 15-minute ride for us. We need to pick up my mama. This is my sweet auntie. So I've got her little picture thing there from her little, when she went to be with the Lord, her little celebration service. We had it in the park that she loved so well. And she used to walk in all the time. And then I did my little blue jay today. And I used, thanks, Teresa, you too. Used my Marjolein Bastin journal. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, everyone, for coming. So I just used that little blue jay as my inspiration for the drawing. And that's it. So I hope to see you all again soon. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Great, safe holiday weekend. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.